Hi everyone, Alan from Newlands Pets, and today, this video, I want to talk about how to transition to raw. It's possibly the question we get asked the most, especially via Facebook actually. So loads of people will send us messages saying, I really want to try feeding raw, but how do I do it? What's the best way of doing it? And I can understand why they're confused. The first thing they're confused about is just the sheer array of different raw foods out there. Just us as a shop has got over 200 different types to pick from. So it's super confusing. How do you know which one to pick? And if you want something specific to you, obviously get in contact. We can talk over what you're feeding now and how best to transition for your particular circumstances. But as a general overview, it's the same as transitioning from one dry biscuit to another dry biscuit. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer, but generally speaking, we see a lot of success with moving over in about 6 to 10 days. So what we do in that period is we take the old food and we reduce the old food and we increase the raw. So you slowly start feeding a little bit more raw, and as you do that, you decrease the old food. If you can, if it works out well for you, then we like to separate the meals. We like the kibble to be further away from the raw. So you might do a breakfast of kibble and then some of raw. And I know some people found a lot of success with this going straight onto raw. But in our experience, when we've met people that do that and people that come in the store, it happens quite a lot. So they just made a straight change to raw. We often find it doesn't suit, or that transition period is a bit bumpier. So we prefer moving slowly. So if you want to be cautious about it, a product like this, which has got a very small nugget, is absolutely perfect. So if you're not entirely sure whether your dog's going to like raw or it's not going to suit your circumstances, take one of those out of the freezer. It will defrost in, depends on the weather obviously, defrost in an hour to something like that, and give it as a treat. Check whether your dog's going to like it, and then you can just increase over time. So that's a good thing we like to do. If someone's not entirely sure it's going to suit their circumstances or suit their dog, now most of the time, I'd say 95% of the time, we help someone move from a different food over to raw. It does work for their dog, but there are 5% of those, and that is an exact figure, but there are 5% of those that it doesn't suit. And when you think about it, it is slightly ridiculous to think that one type of feeding is going to suit every single dog out there. There's millions and millions of dogs just in the UK. There isn't one way to feed them. The same, there isn't one way to feed a person. What suits me won't necessarily suit you, and it's the same with dogs. So if you want specific advice, that's what we're here for. That's what we specialise in. Give us a bell, comment on this video, send us a message. We're here to help. See you soon.